What's good, everybody? All Ball Podcast here. I'm Josh, and this is Connor. Today we're going to be discussing all NBA and one NFL topic. So let's get to it.
So,
Wait.
What?
Just to note, we have the game on the side, Jazz and Grizzlies with like 3 minutes left. That's it.
Jazz are up by like 14.
Yeah, they've been up like 11 the whole quarter. But anyways, go ahead.
Yeah. So we'll start off with the
one football topic.
The one football topic. Might as well get it out the way. Julio Jones, my favorite wide receiver since this year.
Since this year?
Yeah, I know he's out of his prime, but fuck it. Is going to be on the move. Doesn't really have a set place that he's going. He just is quoted. You put the quotes here. I'm out of here, man. I want to win. Plenty of people are trying to recruit. Is that the right word?
Yeah, recruit.
They're trying to recruit him onto their own teams. I don't think he's came out and said any team specifically yet.
No.
Yeah. Not from what I've heard.
He was wearing a Cowboys sweater, but on the air, Shannon Sharp
he called him, huh? Yeah.
Skipping Shannon, their show called Undisputed. He called Julio Jones and was talking about where do you want to go, man? And Julio Jones actually didn't know that they were live.
Yeah.
So he was just saying he was just acting like he was having a conversation with Shannon Sharp, just I want to win. And Shannon Sharp said, well, if you want to win, don't go to Dallas. And he's like, oh, yeah, man, I know that. That's depleting for Cowboys fans.
Well, they suck dick. Did you see?
I didn't say they were a great team.
A separate topic that was never big enough to talk about. Did you see the clip where Shannon Sharp was like
ankle?
He's like, no. Shannon Sharp was, Skip Bayless did call LeBron ankle, but Shannon Sharp was talking to Skip, and he's like, Skip, I got some good news and some bad news for you. And he's like, but where I'm from, we have the dessert first, so I'll give you the good news. I got the Cowboys winning 14 games. And then Skip was confused, why are you talking good about the Cowboys? And he goes, the bad news is that it's going to take him 2 seasons to do it. And then I was like, that's such a good setup for fucking talking shit on the Cowboys. But yeah, back onto Julio Jones. Everyone wants him on their team. I forgot exactly who it was. If I find it, I'll put it in. If not, I'm sorry. Everyone's tweeting at him, but someone sent him a voice message.
There was at least 6 tweets that I seen.
Basically, everybody wants them. Everybody wants Julio. Why? If you're a team, why wouldn't you want Julio?
This is another weapon on offense.
He's just a good ass wide receiver. A little bit old, but fuck it, he's good.
Yeah. So moving on, we just had that kind of baby topic came out a few days ago. Just thought that we should mention it since there's never really any NFL news, and it was a pretty big topic considering. Julio
Have we
Jones
talked about Tebow?
It's not worth it.
Oh, okay.
Fuck cares about Tim Tebow got signed to the Jaguars as a tight end.
It's just something to talk about. Well, we talked about it now.
Hot take. He takes Trevor Lawrence's spot and starts.
Hot take. He fucking gets in 2 games this season, does shit, and doesn't play the rest of the year.
It's not a hot take.
It's a cold ass take. That's what's gonna happen.
Probably facts.
But speaking of, we're not speaking of shit. Moving on. We're going into the NBA playoffs since last Wednesday. Or what day is it right now? It's Wednesday. Since Sunday. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 8 games to talk about. And the first one since last time was this Heat Bucks game. Now, I guess I'll start it off saying, because I said this game, game 1 is going to be nothing like game 2. Jimmy's going to show up. Bam's going to show up. The Heat are going to make it a series. So that was wrong. That was wrong as fuck. What's that math? 34? They lost by 34 points. Jimmy Butler indeed did not show up. Bam Adebayo didn't go crazy. I think, pull up Jimmy Butler's. Hold on, Jimmy Butler games.
Just look up stats and it'll pop up.
Stats. Correct me if I'm. Yeah. So he shot another. He had another 4-make game. He shot less shots. So technically his
more efficient
percentage went up, but he got 10 points in 32 minutes. It's not like last year. Last year they beat the Bucks. This year they're on path to get swept by the Bucks with ease. It looks like with ease. The Bucks' big three, or would you even call it a big three?
No.
The Bucks
core.
The top three of the Bucks are playing fantastically. Giannis, Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, they're all playing fantastic. The Heat top players suck. They're not good. You looked up Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero fucking had 4 points.
So, Tatum called Tyler Hero a bubble fraud right to his face. Yeah. And, like, Tyler Hero just, like, laughed it off. And so far in the playoffs,
he's been a bubble fraud.
Game 1, he had 10 points with 2 rebounds and 3 assists, shot 2 for 10 from the field. And Game 2, he had 4 points, shot 1 for 5 from the field. Granted, he only played 18 and 19 minutes. But if you're making shots, you're going to stay in the game.
If you're shooting 20%, you're going to get out the fucking game.
Exactly. So, yeah, bubble fraud. By the way, Utah just wrapped up this game 141 to 129.
We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, nothing's going right for this team right now. I could check on...
I thought Jimmy Butler was going to step it up, especially seeing his performance last year. Unfortunately, doesn't look like that's happening very much.
Yes.
First, I know Duncan Robinson had a great Game 1.
Yeah.
Didn't have that great of a game.
Duncan Robinson shot 7 for 13 from 3 Game 1. The reason why they were in the game. And then...
I love box scores like that. Field goals, 7 for 13. 3-point field goals, 7 for 13.
Yeah, so then Game 2, he shot 2 for 6 from 3. I didn't get to watch that game at all.
So I watched about the second half, but by the second half, it was already over. So I just tuned in, saw that the game was over, and turned that shit off.
I'm sure they made some adjustment to like press up on him and try and contain him since they got hurt by him. And then just like some team stats I want to note. They missed 11 free throws, the Heat, and then they also shot 8 for 28 from 3, which is 28%.
They sucked. They sucked bad. Yeah, oh my God.
That's it. That's literally it.
They fucking almost got their rebounds doubled damn near.
Oh my God. I didn't even see that.
Couldn't grab a single board. But yeah, fuck it.
Hold on.
The Heat aren't looking good. Bam Adebayo grabbed 3 boards. Jimmy Butler grabbed a couple. Dwayne Dedmon. Dwayne fucking Dedmon got 9. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I don't think that we should discredit the Bucks at all because they're playing well. Not only are the Heat playing bad, but
I forgot to talk about that.
But the Bucks are putting the pressure on them to have to play well. Last year, Giannis was only scoring 21 points.
He was getting locked up.
He had 31 in Game 2. Chris Middleton had a nice little 17. Drew Holiday only had 11 points, but he had 15 assists. Bryn Forbes had 22.
Okay. Bryn Forbes had 19 in the first half, and then they just basically chilled out for the rest of the they coasted the rest of the game. Giannis literally got fouled, got up, and started dribbling the ball with his feet. He was literally kicking the ball like it was a soccer ball. So, that's the level of intensity that is there at that arena that fucking Milwaukee does not care.
Yeah, but now the series flips to Miami, so...
Might be different.
Things might change. Who knows? I doubt it.
It's gonna need to change bad.
Arena's gonna be loud. Miami's probably having full capacity. Florida doesn't care.
Jimmy is a high energy player, and that energy might transfer into his body. Hopefully.
Yeah. Originally we thought 6-7 games. It's looking like 4 or 5.
I think I had Heat in 7.
Yeah.
That was my original prediction.
Well, we didn't make predictions on the podcast, but
that's what I was thinking.
Talk about just in general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it for this game.
So moving on, the next game after that was the Blazers Nuggets game. The Nuggets actually took this one. It was another it's not a normal Nuggets game just because they're kind of taking away. I think what their game plan is take away Jokic's options and try to make him get the buckets, if that makes sense. If you look at his side, I think he had 38 points, 5 assists. Now, Jokic can score the ball. He will if he needs to. And the past couple of games he's been doing, I think he had 39 points the first game, 38 points the second game, something like that. But right now he's averaging 3 assists. That's not Jokic's game at all, but it worked out this time. I'm I'm going to look up game 2.
34.
Okay, 34 the first game,
Wait,
30.
what? Oh, that was a regular season game. That was regular season.
Okay, yeah.
I was about to say.
Dame was trying his best to keep his team in there. He had 42 points and 10 assists. CJ McCollum, I actually didn't think he did all that well because I thought he had 21 points in 40 minutes, but he shot 75%. So they just really needed to put the ball in his hands more, and they just didn't. But if you look at the rest of their roster, Robert Covington had 3 points, Nurkic had 7, Carmelo Anthony had 5, Cantor had 4, Anthony Simons had 3, Derrick Jones had 2, Rondae Hollis-Jefferson had 2, Nazir Little had 2. Nobody else was scoring. And that turned out to be why they lost the game. Because if you look at the Nuggets, Michael Porter had 18, Aaron Gordon had 13, Campazzo had 12, Austin Rivers had 9, Monte Morris had 12, Paul Millsap had 15.
Hold on. What would you say would be like average turnovers per game by a team?
Like 20.
20?
Maybe 15.
Okay, so the Nuggets had 12 turnovers. They had 21.
See, the thing is, 21's not crazy, though, because I'm going to look up average turnovers per game.
That's five. I
know, that's why I put it down to 15. But, because I was trying to think, 5, because a travel is a turnover, a charge is a turnover, or no, a charge is a foul, huh? Average turnovers of an NBA game, 20. Oh, they average between 13 and 14. I was tripping. 13 and 14 is average. So, yeah, they had a lot of turnovers.
I don't see like really anywhere else they got beat up. Assists, the Nuggets doubled, so maybe and
Nuggets shot 86 times. Trailblazers shot 73 times.
Yeah, well, and 10 of the 15 assists were Dame.
Yeah.
So 1 from Covington, 1 from Nurkic, 2 from CJ McCollum, and 1 from Anthony Simons.
Ball wasn't moving around as much as it should have?
Maybe.
Or they just weren't hitting the shots after the ball
I don't see like that big of an issue.
Yeah.
Really. Maybe Robert... What the hell did he do?
Nothing. Jack shit. Robert Covington?
Yeah.
Had fucking 3 points.
No, I know, but I'm saying like...
In 37 minutes. Shot 1 for 3. Took 3 shots in 37 minutes. But he is more of a defender, but it is what it is. Nuggets tie the series. I think you had the Blazers winning the series, right?
Yeah.
I think that this is going to be a close series, but not any close games. Does that make sense?
Yeah. No,
I think it's going to go 6 games to the Nuggets, and none of the games are going to be close. The only reason that the Blazers are going to win a couple games is because of Dame. Maybe even 7 games, and all the 3 wins are because of Dame. I think that's what we might see out of this series.
My hair looks good. I look good, shit. Sorry.
Get a load of this guy.
Yeah, no, I do have the Blazers winning. Jamal Murray being out is kind of the reason why.
I just think that Jokic, if they're going to try to take away Jokic's options, and he did it well tonight. He scored 38. Last night. Just turn into a scorer, which I know he doesn't want to do.
But he can. He has the ability.
He has the ability to. He's the second best scoring center in the league, if you want to give it to Embiid.
Yeah.
He's the second best scoring center in the league. Like, just be a scorer. Say fuck it.
Be you.
Say fuck it. If they want to not let me pass, then I'm not going to pass.
Yeah.
And just fucking drop buckets on their head. Which you did. Good shit.
Oh, fuck. Next line hurts me.
Yeah. So
that's not...
So this is in quotes, not from me, but from Kenny Beecham, king of the fourth quarter. He said when he was watching the NBA games, he said, so I turned on the Nets versus Celtics scrimmage, and I turned it off before the first quarter was over. And I said, that's kind of rough. The Nets are fucking up the Celtics. We didn't expect any less. The Nets is the Nets, and the Celtics are the Celtics.
Yeah, without Jaylen Brown, this team doesn't function. Just don't.
And that's the thing. Even with Jaylen Brown, I think the Nets take it. Without Jaylen Brown, what's the point of even fucking playing?
I told you the matchup wasn't terrible with Jaylen Brown in there. But
Look at your boy Jason.
Huh?
Look at your boy Jason.
He left the game.
Oh, I didn't see. Bro, I literally turned this game off. I probably watched a grand total of 7 minutes of this game.
Bitch ass KD poked him in the eye.
I didn't see that. Very
fucking
sorry.
Uppercut him in the eye.
Hey, your coach learned his fucking lesson though. What? Gave Jabari Parker 6 minutes. And why does his points not say 0?
Because he just wasn't valid.
That's fucking crazy.
Shout out to Carson Edwards getting 5 points.
Yeah, so this series is going to be a sweep.
Nice. So we were up 26-0 at the end of the first.
Something probably happened with the stats that they're fucking recounting or something. But yeah, this series is fucking
over.
It's nothing to watch. I'm not going to watch it. I might tune in, like I said, for a couple minutes every game here and there, but it's just no point. Kevin Durant, James Harden, Kyrie.
I just want to note that
Celtics can't handle it.
Joe Harris and Blake Griffin, the best duo on this team, had more points than Kyrie Irving and James Harden.
I mean, you could say that. They're probably just... Bro, if you're... Oh, my God. Their starting point guard and their starting shooting guard are getting 27 minutes a game. That's how chill they are. Their sixth man is getting just as many minutes as them. That's how much they're chilling. They're not trying to get hurt. They're just trying to coast through the series. You guys are literally they're breaking.
We're literally a bye.
Yeah. You guys are the breaking game. We'll move on from that. I know you don't want to talk about that.
Who'd they have to play after us?
They'd play the winner of the 3-6. So
who the fuck is the 3-6?
I think that's Bucks Heat. So they're probably going to play the Bucks next round.
Okay.
Most likely.
That's a good series.
Moving on to a topic.
Hold on, I've been seeing a bunch of people saying the Bucks are going to the finals.
I don't see them going to the finals, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible.
Anyways, my team sucks. Nets in 4.
So
actually, hold on. There was this dude on TikTok, and he made a video. He's like Celtics in 4 before the series, and he's like Celtics in 5 now. And then after this game, he
Celtics
said,
in 6.
Wait, I think Celtics in 6 now. But anyways, moving on.
It's a W Celtics fan.
He is.
Moving on to my team.
So,
Let me hear it.
La
protocol violation.
La protocol violation is somehow still playing after going to the club.
It wasn't a club.
But when everybody else goes to the club, they have to sit for 10 to 14 days and quarantine, all that good stuff. But if no protocol violation...
Have you seen the no college? Have you seen that one?
Yeah. Ankle James just gets to do what he wants. He goes to the club.
Mickey and A Disney.
Just basically does whatever he wants. Basically runs the NBA. He's actually in Adam Silver's position.
Basically. So he's on my team.
So the Lakers are very blessed to have him. You can just do whatever you want.
So speaking of this Laker game, we pulled the series back 1-1. Unfortunately, Chris Paul. This is something that I wanted to talk about seriously because I'll talk about the Lakers first. Kyle Kuzma is the worst player on our roster. But LeBron, he said before the playoffs that he'll never be 100% again. He's not playing at 100% right now, and it hurts to see. And I keep wanting to in my heart say oh, he'll pick it up. He'll pick it up when it matters. If he's serious about not ever being 100%, this might be his
last run.
He might be done after this. He's not playing like how he normally plays. Anthony Davis came back. He's still not playing defense on DeAndre Ayton like he should. That's why we put Marcus Gasol in. He slowed him down a little bit, but still not even much. But yeah, something that I'll let you talk about that, but then I want to talk back about the Suns.
So there was like a minute 10 left in the fourth quarter. And it was kind of close. It was around a 10-point game, something like that. The Lakers basically had the win in the bag by then. And LeBron got in his face. Did you see that? LeBron got in his face and said, I want you to shoot. I want you to shoot.
So the play that he was talking about, I doubt I'm going to be able to find the exact play because it resulted in a miss, so there might not be any videos of it. He caught the ball in a post-up, and he saw that Jay Crowder was double-teaming from the corner.
Yeah.
So the guy from the corner helped out on Kentavious, who was on the wing.
Oh, I seen a TikTok about it. I should have sent it to you. It was it was an NBA learning.
I seen one of those. He sent Kentavious
he sent
the other guy to go cut so that Kentavious would be open because his man was following him. Kicked it to Kentavious, and he had enough daylight to shoot. If I was in the NBA, I would have shot it. Kentavious passed up the shot, and it resulted in a miss, and LeBron got on his ass about it. But the thing is, with Kentavious, if he sees his first couple shots go in, he'll shoot for the rest of the night. If it's a night like this, and he misses his first couple shots, He's just a pussy for the rest of the game. He shot 0 for 4.
Well, he's had a rough series. He's 1 for 11 from 3. KC fucking 3.
I don't give a fuck.
1 for 11 from 3.
I don't give a fuck. All right? So, Danny Green.
He shot 8%.
Danny Green last year kept shooting that bitch and kept missing. I would take him shooting that bitch and missing than not shooting it at all. I forgot what Kobe said, but Kobe was like, I'd rather go 2 for 60 than 2 for 10 because at least 2 for 60 means that I didn't give up. He's being a bitch right now. But LeBron got in his ass for it. He was like, fucking take the shot, which he should have taken the shot, but it is what it is. What I wanted to say about Chris Paul, though, all right, Chris Paul left the game early. Cameron Payne did his thing. After a shitty-ass game 1, Cameron Payne did his thing in game 2. So I already know Fernando's going to say this, and I know people like Brandon are going to say this. I'm sure you're going to say this to try to fucking get me mad. You're going to be like,
if Chris Paul played.
If Chris Paul played.
Yeah, they would have been up 2-0.
That's true. However, I don't know if Chris Paul has ever gone through a playoffs healthy in his life. He got hurt on the Clippers multiple times. All right, he got hurt on the Rockets right before Game 7, where I don't know if you remember the game after that. They shot like 1 for 28 from 3. You remember that? They almost fucking beat the Warriors with KD on it.
I remember.
He came here. I think maybe last year on the Thunder he didn't get hurt, but he played fucking 4 games, 6 games.
They had like a 6 or 7 game series.
You got Chris Paul on the team. You could say, oh yeah, if Chris Paul was healthy, then it's a different story. Well, fucking when has Chris Paul ever been healthy? How can you expect him to be healthy? He hasn't been healthy ever. So, you can say that all you want, but he's fucking... You knew what you were getting when you got him.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Chris Paul healthy, Chris Paul not healthy. If the Suns don't make it past the first round, it doesn't matter. You can't blame just because.
No, yeah, it's their first fucking playoff.
Well, just because if you blame it on Chris Paul wasn't healthy, so what?
No, you can't. Okay, I'm just saying you can't make that the excuse. Suns would have won the series if Chris Paul was healthy because Chris Paul's never been healthy. That was my only point.
I make excuses sometimes. Like I try not to make excuses about anything. Like for example, right? Today
he tries not to make excuses unless it's about the Lakers. Then he tries to say shit. But it's just to get me mad.
So like today, right? I had a baseball game. I struck out looking on a pitch that was outside. I got in the dugout. They're like, "What happened?" I was just like, "I just didn't swing." Because I'm not going to be like, "It was this far off the plate." Because at the end of the day, it still goes down as a strikeout.
I get what you mean.
I'm not going to sit there and complain and be like, "Well, this happened." Or no.
I get what you mean.
It was what it is.
Yeah. So for this series,
Suns in 6.
I obviously want the Lakers to win. I would say I'm kind of torn. I'm really not torn. I want the Lakers to win, but I also love Chris Paul as a player. I would love to see him win a ring. Unfortunately, he had to play us in the first round, so now I have to root against him. We can't stop Devin Booker. That's something we need to figure out if we even can figure it out. And I need AD to play a little bit better defense on DeAndre Ayton. That's all my points for this Lakers-Suns series so far.
Did you know that the Nuggets had Jamal Murray, the Nuggets had Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert?
The Nuggets had was it a trade?
Yeah,
draft day trade.
They traded Rudy Gobert for a second round pick, and they traded Donovan Mitchell for
I think Donovan Mitchell's was a draft day trade, right? Yeah.
It's so tough.
It is. Bro,
Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray.
Did you know the Hawks had Doncic?
Yeah, well they flipped though.
Yeah.
That was an even ass trade.
No, okay. Did you know the Pacers had Kawhi?
No, yeah, I know, but I know that there's a lot of crazy things, but I literally just seen it. And it was like the starting lineup could have been Jamal Murray and Donovan Mitchell.
Bro, imagine a lineup. Obviously, the situations might not have happened perfectly if this happened, but imagine Jamal Murray running the 1, Donovan Mitchell at the 2, Michael Porter Jr. at the 3, Jokic at the 4.
That was the starting lineup.
And fucking
and
Gobert at the 5.
And it was like someone is 6-man too. Some like decent ass 6-man.
Oh yeah, you could have.
It was like Monte Morris or something.
Yeah, you could have Monte Morris at 6-man, Jordan Clarkson at 6-man. They've had some.
I think it was Monte Morris.
Monte Morris is a bucket, but he was a late second round, I think. But regardless, we're fucking way off topic.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Don't worry about it. So for this topic, I wrote Clippers curse again because although after game 1, I thought the Clippers still had a chance. It is now after game 2, and the Clippers are down 0-2 in the first round, which is just going to show that the Clippers will never make it to the third round, ever. They will never do it. They are in the rematch against the Mavericks that they won last year. They're about to lose this year, which means they got worse. Or Doncic got better, which Doncic did get better. I'll let you talk about that. What are your thoughts on this Mavericks Clippers what do you call it? Series.
So they need to make a change. So Finney-Smith, right?
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Who the fuck cares what he does? Throw Patrick Beverley on him.
Well, I mean, he dropped 3 points.
And put Kawhi on Luka.
So Kawhi was on Luka for the majority of the game until the end, that's why I wrote Kawhi. So Doncic scored 39. Kawhi scored 41.
Doncic won. Kawhi lost.
Kawhi might be the best two-way player in the game. I'm sure there's a little bit of debate going on there, but if he can drop 41 while being a defensive menace. But the thing is, towards the end of the game, Kawhi looked like gassed as shit. And I don't want to say it's due to his quad, because his quad has always kind of been messing with him. His leg's always been like an issue. But I think Kawhi's body is not capable of scoring 41 points and stopping Doncic. Because on any given night, you could say, Kawhi, go on Doncic, don't let Doncic score, and I'm sure that he could stop Doncic for you. On any given night, I'm sure you could say, Kawhi, go out and give me 40, and he could try his best to do that. But I think if he has to do both on the same night,
it's too much.
It's just too much for him. And that's not to say anything about Kawhi, because no one in the league could do that, I don't think. I think Kawhi might be the best chance of a person who could do that. But I think that Clippers want a lot from him. If anything, I say you hope that PG or Pat Beverley can stop him, or just don't have Kawhi be the center of the offense. Try to have Paul George be the one that scores the 40 points, because towards the end of that game, I know it's hard to say Paul George in the playoffs, but you just need
Pandemic P.
Kawhi Leonard looked
gassed.
He looked like he wanted to leave the court before the game was over. Which, I'm not saying that's what he wanted to do, but it didn't look like he had any gas left in the tank. And like I told you earlier, this was a game where the Mavericks shot 54% from the free throw line and still won the game. That's not something that happens often, especially when the other team shoots 90% from the free throw line. But that's all I had to say. The matchup needs to not be Kawhi, lock up Doncic, and score 41 for us, because you're not going to win games like that.
And there needs to be somebody to step up as a third option.
Yeah. Their third high score was
Batum and Marcus Morris
with 9 points, and that's fucking not good. Meanwhile, I believe
everybody scored 10 points.
Yeah, Kristaps got a dub. Luka Doncic had 40, and Tim Hardaway Jr. almost had 30.
And Kleber had 13 too.
Yeah, Maxi Kleber had 13. Josh Richardson had 9. Jalen Brunson had 9. It was just, Clippers aren't getting past the first round, and Clippers need to reevaluate their roles on the team.
Honestly,
I think that's what they need to do.
Mavs and
6. You could say 6. Be safe with it. It could be 5 or 6. It could be 7, for all we know. It could be. What happens if Paul George steps up? Yeah, Mavs in 4. Yeah, probably Mavs in 5.
I think
or 6. I think I'm gonna say Mavs in 6 just to give Clippers the benefit of the doubt, because I do like this Clippers team. I told you, I might have said it last podcast. I don't know if I did, but I love Paul George. I used to love him a lot. Used to love Kawhi a lot. Used to love fucking what's his name, Zubac, until he left us. But I don't want to say I don't want to say I'm glad to see the Clippers lose, but
just say it.
I'm glad to see the Clippers lose.
Yeah.
Tyler,
I'll be glad if my biggest competitor in my
they're not our biggest competitor
in your conference.
No, I mean they're our biggest competitor in the conference. But say they get past this round and we play them, you think they're just gonna all of a sudden be good? You think Pandemic P is just gonna stop being Pandemic P if they somehow crawl their way out of this fucking series?
Well, they own you guys in the regular season.
I'm glad they own us in the regular season. They need to start owning some series in the fucking playoffs. That's what they need to start doing.
They can't.
Tyler, if you're watching this,
Team's ass.
So I remember.
My team's ass.
I remember at the what game was it? I believe it was the Burrows game. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was at the Burrows game, and you were saying, "Haha, you're a 7 seed. Haha, you're a playing team. Haha, you're a playing." And I was like, "Okay, 3 seed. Fucking, we'll see what happens in the playoffs." And you kept talking shit. Haha, you're a playing team. Well, you're fucking getting knocked out.
Haha, you're down 0-2.
Yeah, so shut the fuck up. Moving on, the Sixers and Wizards game. This game followed about the same trajectory as game 1, but it ramped up a lot at the end. I think the Wizards can hold on to the Sixers for a good 2 quarters tops. After that, the Sixers go into the halftime. They go into the locker room, and who's their coach? What's his name? From the Clippers and from the Celtics? Doc Rivers. He goes, "All right, you guys ready? You guys ready to blow these guys out? All right, let's go out there and blow these guys out." And they always come out, and the Wizards just can't do it anymore. What's his name?
They were up by 14 at halftime. They kind of had the game right.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay,
game
well then.
1, though, it was really close.
No, when I was even watching this, I'm going to be honest, it didn't feel like 14. It did not feel like 14. It felt like the Wizards were in it. Maybe they got a couple threes like right at the end of the half. But it really felt like the Wizards were holding on to it. And then I guess they just pulled away.
I guess.
I guess that's what it was.
I didn't watch this game at all. I mean, best part of the game was Westbrook got popcorn on his head.
So, yeah, Westbrook got popcorn poured on his head. I don't know why you think that's the best part. That shit had me mad.
No, it's like the most highlight.
Oh, yeah.
Not
that
best part. That came out wrong. The biggest highlight of the game.
Yeah, bro, because if you're a fan...
Philly fans are just different.
Yeah, if you're pouring...
Baseball, football.
It is.
Basketball.
Philly fans are just... Philadelphia. Yeah, bro.
Fuck AJ.
Fucking EDP, bro. They're different as shit. Bro, they're so different. Bro, but you don't pour popcorn on Russell Westbrook's head, bro. You're a fucking loser. If you're watching this, you're a fucking loser. But yeah. Sixers and 4.
Yeah.
I think that's realistic. What?
I think Westbrook has a game where he drops like almost 40, and then like the crowd gets into it.
No.
And then
I don't see it.
And then Sixers in 5.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it.
Shout out to Danny Green though. Game 1, 4 for 6.
Shout out Danny Green for shooting good on the fucking Sixers, and he couldn't do that last year for us on the Lakers. At least not in the playoffs. Actually, at least not in the end of the playoffs. He sucked dick. But who knows? Oh, so speaking of AJ, he thinks that the Sixers are getting to the finals. And he keeps talking about how we should put respect on them. So what do you think that their odds... What do you think their percent chance of getting to the finals are?
Percent chance of getting to the finals?
I'm going to give them a solid 25% chance.
I'm going to give them like a
25. I think that's high enough for them.
Damn. Even that might be a lot.
No. They're the second... I think that they have the second best odds in the East. I think that the Nets have a 66% chance. Sixers have a 25%, and then the Bucks have the remaining like 12% or whatever it is. Or 11% or 9%, whatever the fuck it is. Because I don't see any other team in the East making it. Not even close.
I think the Knicks.
Do you think the Knicks?
I think Julius Randle turns up.
Speaking of Julius Randle, talk about his fucking game tonight.
Do you think I watched it? I had my own game.
Okay. Oh, my bad. So let's get on to the Knicks game.
I haven't watched.
Julius Randle's dog shit. Julius Randle's dog shit. Okay, he had 15 points. 13 of them were in the second half. He scored 2 points in the whole first half.
He hasn't been the same.
Julius Randle sucks cock.
I mean, it's been 2 games. Yeah.
Julius Randle sucks cock. Julius Randle's bad at basketball.
Damn, 35 points in the second half. Good shit, Hawks.
Julius Randle is bad. Oh, that's why I wrote Tom.
Holy shit, it was 57-44 at half.
So that's why I said Tom Thibodeau. I thought the Hawks were taking it. They came out of halftime. The Knicks fucking took the game. They literally took it out of the Hawks' hands. They snatched it. That's why I wrote Tom Thibodeau. Because...
They got outscored 57-35.
I don't know if you've seen what I put in chat, but I was like, what the fuck did Tom Thibodeau tell them at halftime?
I didn't
like,
see that.
he must have told them some crazy shit.
Did you see Trae Young, though?
Trae Young doing what? Getting his buckets or what?
No, he said, I'll see y'all in the A.
I didn't see that.
After the game to the Knicks fans, because they were chanting something else at him. He's like, I'll see y'all at the A.
Bro, he walked into the arena, and the second he walked onto the court, they were already talking shit. Like, warm-ups.
Yeah.
Like that time. I wrote Knicks' best player is D Rose.
Hey, Trae Young's been doing this shit though. Shout out Trae Young.
Shout out Trae Young, but it's not enough. It actually is enough. He might be the one to take the series for the Hawks. That being said, so you remember what I said about John Collins last week? About how he needs to, why is that a picture?
I don't know.
I said, you know how he needs to be an all-star? So he put up some all-star stats. He put up some all-star stats
Bro,
tonight.
does you think that the fucking Hawks wanted 2 first-rounders for him?
Yeah, so John Collins put up an all-star stat line of 0 points, 0 assists, and 2 rebounds. So he's helping out a lot. No, but Trae Young's going crazy. But on the Hawks side,
You mean Knicks?
or on the Knicks side, Derrick Rose put up 26 points, and he was looking pretty good. He got blocked a couple times, but he's losing a little bit of his jump. But I think that's fair to say after you tear your ACLs like 3 times. But Julius Randle is bad at basketball. He got 13 in the second half, but if you're the most improved player and you score 2 points in the first half, they should take your award back.
Your son should take his fucking award back.
No, you shouldn't.
2 for 7 from 3.
Who?
Randall.
Yeah, Randall's bad. 2 for 6 from 3, so he's getting worse. But he's
30. He's
bro.
30.
He put up the exact same stat line twice. 15, 12, and 4. He put that up twice. Yeah. Except this time it was a little bit more efficient because he decided not to shoot the other 7 shots. But Julius, I'm sure he will figure it out. A big part of this game, and I think a big part of why. So here's my explanation for what happened at halftime. Madison Square Garden is an arena that you can't let get hot. They came out of the locker room and started hitting a couple shots. The arena went crazy. Obi Toppin, like at one point, caught a lob, and the entire arena erupted. I think if you give Madison Square Garden energy, they're gonna give the players that energy back.
That was like a Monty Stoudemire type.
Yeah,
Type.
That's a fantastic comparison.
Type.
That was great.
Type energy.
But like I'm saying, a team like the Hawks, they have some older players, but DeAndre Hunter is young, John Collins young, Clint Capella's young, Bogdan's young, Trae Young's young.
Trae Young.
Gallinari's old, Kevin Herter's young, Tony Snell's old.
Bro, Gallinari needs to get off the team, bro. I can't stand his hair.
His haircut's bad. But
Flight reacted to it. He's like, Gallinari's still in the NBA? And he's like, bro, he didn't even get an edge up.
He didn't even get an edge up. But that's what okay, does that make sense though? Madison Square Garden has so much arena, or so much. Madison Square Garden has so much energy that a young team like the Hawks will like fall for all that pressure. Like they're so young, they don't know how to deal with it yet.
I mean, they got to go play 3 in Atlanta though. So.
Yeah, I think it's actually 2 in Atlanta. I think the NBA goes 2-2-1-1-1.
Okay.
That's how the NBA does. I know the MLB does 2-3-2, huh? Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the NBA does 2-2-1-1-1.
Because you guys have more off days.
Uh-huh.
I get it.
But yeah, so Madison Square Garden, they definitely were the cause of this win tonight. That's what I would say. They're the reason why the fucking game went so south at halftime.
Yeah.
Moving on to the last game of the day, the one that just finished up as we were recording this podcast, was the Grizzlies-Jazz game, which was a lot of ups and downs for the Jazz, I would say. It started off kind of close, right? The Jazz pulled away. In my head, I was like, oh, fucking, they started meshing well. You know that they have some of the best team chemistry, maybe in the whole league. They just work very well. At halftime, the Grizzlies were up by 20. That's when I told Josh, I was like, I'll come over. Like, the game's over. There's no point in me watching much more of this game. I get to Josh's house, and the Grizzlies are down 6 or something like that.
When I turned it on, it was like 2.
Okay, so he turned it on. When I looked on my phone, they were down by like 5 or 6. And I told Josh, I was like, can we put this game on? And he goes, throw it on. It's like I was like, I don't know the channel. He told me the channel, I put it on, and they were like down 2. I was like, no way. And then right when we started watching, the Jazz started going like this again, and they just figured out that they were a team, started hitting a bunch of threes. He was talking shit about Royce O'Neal. I think right after he started talking shit about him, he hit 2 threes.
He did.
The Jazz are just too nice of a machine.
So, John Moran had 47.
Tonight? Bro, no way he had 47. He was going crazy, but 47?
That's what I'm saying. I did not know he had 47.
No, when we were watching it, he was going crazy, but 47? That's low. Bro, that's weird when you don't look at the stats right after the game. Because we seen him. He fucking dunked on Gobert damn near. But 47?
No one else did shit, though.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Dylan Brooks, he's being a... Bro, this is a good-ass future team. Like, I was thinking that the Hawks were going to be good. Or not the Hawks, the Kings. No, it's these guys. Ja Morant, their whole lineup is young except Jonas.
And he's still a veteran, like, center that you love to have on your team.
Yeah. He's like the Serge Ibaka, Paul Millsap. Who are some other...
Ariza.
Okay, that's not a center.
Oh.
I'll talk...
Millsap's a center?
Power forward center. He's not a center. He's a power forward.
I was about to say.
But he's that old guy you like to have on your team who could
That's why I'm saying an old guy you like to have on your team is Trevor Ariza.
He's a good one. I was just trying to make you look stupid.
Yeah, fuck
but their whole team is
threat
fucking
had 0
young.
points in 19 minutes.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, Donovan Mitchell's back.
Yeah.
No, they didn't know.
Oh, Donovan Mitchell's back. He came back. He dropped a 25 piece. No, yeah, I really think that this Jazz team is just too much for the Grizzlies right now to handle.
7? They had seven people in double digits. The Jazz did.
Yeah, like that's just too much. They play too well together.
The Grizzlies had 5, but like even the people that weren't double digits were 8 and 5 on the Jazz, and then the Grizzlies was 5, 7 and 2.
Yeah, I called that this was going to be a sweep now. That's my belief that not a sweep, but the Jazz are going to win 4 straight. I think they're going to wrap this series up. They don't want to play any more games than they need to going into the second round. Like I said, or like you said, one of us said it. They're playing who next? Mavs? They don't need any extra games.
Clippers.
They don't need any extra games.
Yeah. But I mean that's it. Ja Morant popped off. His team
Didn't even realize it was fucking 47.
His team obviously didn't do enough.
Yeah.
But that's gonna wrap it up for today, guys.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. I hope you guys, if you guys are watching, I hope you guys are watching the playoffs as well. Just so that like it kind of just
get a feel, I guess.
Yeah, because like these are good games. These aren't bad games. I don't think that
I think Knicks and Hawks is probably one of the best series.
I don't think we're highlighting how well the series... Like, we're highlighting what's happening, but, like, these are good-ass games.
No, I think the Knicks and Hawks is going to end up being the best series.
The best first-round series, though, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. I would not argue with that. I think that the Lakers-Suns might get a bit... Because the games so far haven't been, like, they've been close-ish, but they haven't been, like rivalry type shit. This Hawks-Knicks could be a future rivalry.
Well, yeah. I
mean, going forward.
Yeah. But that's going to be it for today, guys.
That will be it.
We'll see you guys on Monday.
See you guys on Monday.